Your heart is racing. Your palms are sweating. You just read a text message. That's all it took. One notification, one buzz in your pocket, and your body reacted like something was about to eat you. It wasn't a lion. It wasn't a bear. It was your boss asking if you're free to talk tomorrow. But the real answer to why you felt that is far stranger than stress. Your brain didn't upgrade for the modern world. It's still running software built for a savannah that no longer exists, scanning every room you enter for exits, every silence for danger, every relationship for signs of rejection. You are, at this very moment, walking around with a hunting and being hunted operating system installed in a body that mostly sits in traffic and scrolls a phone. Let's go back. 200,000 years. No walls, no locks, no street lights. Your ancestors slept in groups because a body alone in the dark was a body that didn't wake up. They didn't have thermostats or supermarkets. They had each other, a fire, and a nervous system tuned to one job. Detect the threat before the threat detects you. Think about what that actually required. A rustle in tall grass had to be sorted instantly into safe or not safe. There was no time for careful analysis, no time to gather more data. The humans who paused to think it through, who waited for certainty before reacting, those humans often didn't survive to have children. The humans who flinched first and asked questions later, they did. That's not a metaphor. That's a filter. A brutal 1,000-generation filter that's selected for exactly one trait above almost all others: speed of threat detection. So here's the uncomfortable part. You are the descendant of the flinchers, not the calm ones, not the ones who weighed the evidence, the jumpy ones, the paranoid ones, the ones whose bodies screamed danger a half-second before their minds caught up. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping exactly how this works inside your skull, and what he found changes how you should think about every panic attack, every irrational fear, every 3 a.m. spiral you've ever had. There's a structure deep in your brain called the amygdala, and it doesn't wait for your conscious mind to weigh in. Information about danger takes two paths at once. One goes to your thinking brain, slow, careful, deliberate. The other goes straight to the amygdala, and it's fast, dangerously fast. It can trigger a full-body response before you've even consciously registered what you saw. Your ancestors needed that shortcut. A half-second head start on a predator was the difference between a story and no story at all. But here's the twist nobody warns you about. That shortcut doesn't know the difference between a lion and a Slack message. To your amygdala, a stranger's cold tone of voice can register on almost the same threat pathway as an actual physical attack. A group project going wrong can spike your cortisol the same way a predator sighting would have spiked your great-great-great-grandmother's. Your body has no update mechanism that says, hey, this particular danger signal is now obsolete. Feel free to ignore it. It just fires. Every time. As hard as it ever did. Ask yourself something. When was the last time you felt your stomach drop before you knew why? That's the ancient system. Still online, still scanning, still assuming the worst, because assuming the worst used to keep you alive. Now here's where it gets even stranger, because it's not just about threats, it's about belonging. For most of human history, being cast out of your group wasn't an inconvenience. It was a death sentence. No tribe meant no protection, no shared food, no one to watch your back while you slept. Evolutionary biologist Robert Sapolsky has spent his career studying stress in primates, both in the wild and in captivity, and one of his central findings is almost unbearably relevant to your daily life. Social threats activate the exact same stress physiology as physical ones. Being excluded, humiliated, or judged doesn't just feel bad. Your body treats it like a survival emergency because for most of human existence, it was one. That's why a single unanswered message can wreck your whole afternoon. That's why public speaking terrifies more people than heights or spiders. Your ancestors weren't afraid of an audience. They were afraid of what an audience meant. Judgment. Rejection, exile. You carry that fear in your body today, dressed up in a suit and tie, pretending it's about a presentation. There's a researcher named Martin Seligman who noticed something odd about human fear. We're not afraid of the things most likely to kill us. Car crashes barely register as phobias, and cars are one of the most dangerous machines most people will ever operate. But snakes, spiders, heights, the dark, those trigger deep, immediate, often irrational fear in people who have never once encountered a dangerous snake in their life. Everything you've been told about your anxiety might be missing the point. Your brain wasn't built for the world you live in. It was built for a much older one. So why does it react so strongly to things that can't actually hurt you? Here's the idea. Your anxiety isn't broken. It's just out of place. It's fast. It assumes the worst. And its number one job is keeping you safe within your group. Cities grew. Technology exploded. But the brain underneath it all barely changed. So when an email shows up, your body still reacts like something's at stake. Because that response wasn't designed for inboxes. It's ancient. A buzzing phone. A racing heart. Same old alarm system. Just a new trigger. Once you understand where it comes from, it starts to feel a lot less like fear. And a lot more like an old habit you can finally see clearly.